Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some new leaks to go over about the Indigo Disk. We have new updates on Dokutaro, the new legendary Pokemon that's going to be coming to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, new stuff on Archaludon, Dipplin, loads of things to break down today and get into. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the latest leaks, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video. And I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have Riddler once again posting some leaks for the Indigo Disk DLC. This guy has been non-stop lately, which is why I am so sure we're going to get a trailer soon, because he's just giving us so much information, and he's not going to give us information after the trailers drop, because then we'll already know the information. So he's got to give it us before it. So that's why there's got to be a trailer around the corner. Anyway, let's go over what he said. So Riddler posting saying, okay, time to bet. So this is an image taken from the shop in the teal mask, and this is obviously Dokutaro, this new legendary Pokemon. Most likely going to be Poison Ghost. Looks like it's going to be like mind controlling things, Pokemon, people, whatever. It's going to be somewhat a very strong Pokemon. So he's saying, okay, time to bet. Is this itself, so Dokutaro itself, is it an item or is it Grandma's joke? And I'm assuming by Grandma's joke he means the woman that is in charge of this store that is like selling things and everything like that. So he gives us three options, and it's gonna be one of them. So it's either Dokutaro itself, like this is actually the legendary Pokemon just chilling on a stall, which makes sense because again it would be in the area where Kieran, like if this disappeared, then it would be like definitely be the legendary, but obviously it's there the whole time. But because it is in the area, maybe it's still able to use its powers and stuff like that, which is why Kieran gets mind control and becomes evil and stuff like that or whatever, because Dokutaro, like I say, is still in the area. Maybe he can, I don't know, like use his powers all over the island when he's in that vicinity. So it could be itself. It's most likely just an item, like, you know, it's probably just some like plush or something like that. I don't really know. We can't really interact with it or anything like that, and the woman behind the store doesn't actually like reference it or anything like that, so it could very well just be an item. Grandma's joke, I don't know, like maybe she's just put it there because she likes the Pokemon. I really don't know. I personally just think it's an item, but if it was the actual Pokemon there and it was there the whole time, it would be a little bit weird. But yeah, so we have that, and then he's actually replying to people as well. So we have Jean here saying there is nothing to hide, that thing is Momotaro itself. So Jean is here, you know, Jean is here saying that is definitely the legendary. And then he's saying like Zundu, fake do. So I'm not really sure what that means. Again, it's been translated, so it could really mean anything. And then we go on to see AK saying it would be really funny if it was just having a nap there this whole time. Grandma is the big boss. So obviously he's referencing the grandma behind the stall in the Teal Master DLC. Now we have some updates on Dipplin's evolution. So we have this person here saying, Ku, will Dipplin's evolution require level up? I already put mine in level 100. And then Riddler Ku goes on to say, if I remember correctly, you can feed rare candy to evolve level 100 mons if other conditions are met. So yeah, that is true. Like if you do have a level 100 Pokemon, if you didn't know, let's say you have a level 100 Charmander, and you're like, oh, I want to evolve it into a Charizard, you can literally give it a rare candy and it will just evolve. At like level 100, it will just evolve regardless. You lose the rare candy, but it'll evolve the Pokemon, which is a really good quality of life update. We've had it for a few generations now. But this is interesting because this means that it is not going to be a... Well, I'm assuming this means that it's not going to be like a static spawn, like the Blood Moon Ursaluna. Because here he's saying, you know, you can feed rare candy to evolve it to level 100. If it was like a static Pokemon and we couldn't evolve Dipplin into it, he would just say like, you know, he'd just come up with like some other like riddle rumor thingy or whatever. But the fact here he's saying, you know, you can feed more candy to evolve level 100 mons, just like this person's Dipplin is level 100, it will evolve. But then he goes on to say if other conditions are met. So I'm assuming by that it means that I personally think that Dipplin's going to need to have a move known, and then that will allow it to evolve into this Dipplin evolution. So what I think is what is going to happen is that you need to take Dipplin to the Indigo Disk, and there is going to be somebody there that teaches Dipplin a specific move, and then once you know that move, you have to level it up once, and then Dipplin will evolve into this evolution, which makes a lot of sense because it kind of shows why it can't evolve in the Teal Mask, because it needs to know this move, and this move is only available in the Indigo Disk. And as well as that, it'd be great because it means it wouldn't be a static encounter like Blood Moon Ursaluna and stuff, so you'd be able to shiny hunt it and everything like that and get multiple of them. That's my take on it just from what he's saying here. Again, it could be something completely different, but I think that makes the most sense because he says if other conditions are met. So there clearly needs to be some sort of condition met for Dipplin, and in this sense, it has to be like a level up move, in my opinion. It could be anything else, but either way, that's what I think about it. And then we also see this person here saying Grandma is Taotai Niang, and then push too hard, he's still a child. And as well as that, we also have an update on Duraludon as well. So we have Hikari here saying, question, is evolving Duraludon hard into Archaludon? And he actually says nope. So I'm assuming that it's probably just going to be a level up, maybe. I don't know what else it would be. Maybe an item that's really easy to get, like Dipplin, because obviously Dipplin, like Applin evolving into Dipplin isn't difficult. You literally just go to the bottom right corner of the map, you buy an apple for what, like 500 Pokédollars or whatever, and then you evolve it. It's not hard, it's really easy once you know the location. So the fact that Archaludon is not a difficult evolution from Duraludon, personally, I think it's going to be level up, or I think it's going to be an item. But either way, that's kind of all the leaks there about the Dokutaro and other evolutions and stuff for the Indigo Disk DLC. We also have this as well, though. So this is the shop where, as you can see, Dokutaro is. And we've got the grandma here, and we've got Riddler-Ku here saying she is sus. So there's something suspect about her. So in my opinion, it's going to be, she has some sort of, like, link to Dokutaro. Like, this is the only, like, place where Dokutaro pops up in the Teal Mask DLC. Apart from like in the like flashback and stuff like that when we get told the story. So she clearly has some knowledge about this Pokemon. And we also have Pokusutami here also saying, I personally never trusted Peachy. Dokutaro needs its mother's support after all. And then she also goes on to say, I've already mentioned it several times before, but the Peach that Momotaro was born from was found by an elderly lady who becomes his mother. So if this is actually the real Dokutaro, maybe it always wants to be around this woman who, hand in hand, is what it sees as its mother. So maybe she is like evil. And like we know that there's a quest line in the Indigo Disk given from like the grandmother. Like that's what is said in the data mines. It says the grandmother gives it as the quest. And so we thought it was going to be Kieran and Carmine's grandparents, like their grandmother and grandfather, but it looks like it might actually be this woman here. Like she is sus, so maybe she gets us to go out and collect something that Dokutaro wants, and like not giving us the full story or something like that. But yeah, that's obviously quite interesting, the fact that Riddler-Ku is saying that, you know, she is sus. So I think there's definitely going to be, and she's just a random shop clerk as well. Like I say, the Indigo Disk story gets more and more interesting. Like there is no reason to believe that she is suspect at all. Like she's just some lovely elderly lady selling some things and helping us out on our journey. But all in all, she could actually be someone that's relatively evil in terms of the Indigo Disk story, stuff like that. So that's that. And then we also have this post here by Riddler-Ku saying something similar would happen in Sudachi 2. So Sudachi 2 obviously being the Indigo Disk. And we have an image here. I'm not sure where this person is from. I'm not sure if it's like an anime or if it's just some random like character that he's found. But they seem to have something in like their cheek and then they like pull it out. I don't know what it is, like a table tennis ball or something like that. I don't know. There's something in the cheek and they pull it out of their face. And, you know, he's saying something similar would happen in Sudachi 2. So, I mean, I'm not sure what this means, but then he goes on to say, coherence, all clues come together. So, obviously there's 7 here, and he's saying all the clues come together. So, the fact that he's put 7 things here, and we obviously had the kind of like leak situation where he was posting like the counting thing and it went up to 7. So I don't know if this is about Dipplin's evolution and it's going to actually have 7 heads. Like, I don't understand what this could potentially mean. Like, she's pulling something out of her face. So maybe Dokutaro is pulling like some energy out of itself, and that is what makes these Pokemon like stronger and stuff. That's what gives like Okidogi, Munkidori, and Pheasantipity their power. Maybe it's what is controlling Kieran. Like maybe Dokutaro, when he's doing this controlling thing, he goes into like a slumbering state or something like that, and then this is actually that state. Again, I don't know. I've got no idea. I'm just saying what I think it potentially could be. We have people here kind of guesstimating what it means. We have Armor here saying she makes dangos from her cheeks. Maybe Dokutaro feeds others its toxic body. Remember, in the Tale of Momotaro, he feeds the 3 pets dangos. It's also pictured in Kitakami's signboards. Now I wonder, does Dokutaro have a humanoid form, or does it control Kieran? And then we also have other people as well, just kind of like thinking what they think it could potentially be. But I definitely think this is relating to this, like, obviously, if you didn't see the previous videos, the 7 posting that I'm talking about is like this one here, where he's kind of saying, you know, imagining how they will all show up in the game, hit one by one, so kind of creepy. This is basically like the last one where it's counting up to 7, so the fact that he's saying that they appear one by one and it's kind of creepy, and then, I mean, this is kind of creepy as well. She's literally pulling something out of her face, so that is kind of creepy. And then there's also this like 7-person thing here as well. So I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the colors, maybe. I'm not really sure. But either way, there is clearly something revolving around the number 7 that is very important in this storyline. So we have that, and then also finishing things off, this isn't a leak, but this is some interesting information that was posted by Light, saying another curious fact about the Milotic encounter in the Crystal Pool, which is in the Teal Mask, which again, very much related to Area Zero, Indigo Disk, Terrapago, stuff like that. It's Terra-type Ghost, Shiny Locked, and Uncatchable, a real nonsense. So it's really interesting that this Milotic is actually a Ghost type Terra. Like, it doesn't really need to be Ghost Terra. Like, it gets no Terra moves that are Ghost type. You know, it gets before finishing the way home, it has Twister, Water Pulse, Disarming Voice, and Rain Dance. And as well after that, level 73, it has Dragon Pulse, Surf, Ice Beam, Rain Dance. So it has no Ghost type moves. It doesn't have Terra Blast or anything like that. There is no reason for it to be a Ghost type. Like, there isn't. It doesn't help out its weaknesses or anything like that, because obviously Milotic is weak to Grass, Electric, and Ghost doesn't resist those typings or anything like that. So it's really weird that it's a Ghost Terra type. Now we have Osmio saying, oh, I didn't know it was Terra Ghost. Could it have been a dead Pokemon revived by Dokutaro? And that's the weird part. Maybe a hint that Dokutaro is involved in this. And then it does come out of the lake that is known to revive things. So maybe the zombies, quote-unquote, that we're going to be seeing in the Indigo Disk DLC, by zombies, they could be referring to their Terra types. So maybe, because Dokutaro is most likely going to be Poison Ghost, maybe it's just revived a ton of things, and those are the zombies that we're going to fight, and they're all going to be Terra Ghost. That's something that I potentially could see it happening, because, like, obviously terrestrialization is a lot to do with Terrapagos. Obviously, Dokutaro seems to be relatively interested in it, if like rumors and hints or anything to go by. So yeah, maybe these zombies are Terra Ghosts, because obviously a ghost type is something dead. You know, it's an undead kind of creature. I mean, zombies aren't ghosts, but you can kind of see the resemblance. It's an undead thing. So yeah, maybe that is what the zombies are kind of referring to with these Terra Ghosts, because it has no reason to be Terra Ghost, like, at all, in the slightest. It has no reason. Like, if it had like Shadow Ball or Terra Blast, like, fair enough, but it has no reason to be Terra Ghost. So I think that's really interesting as well. But that's basically everything that I wanted to go over for today's video. What are your thoughts on everything that we covered today? Do you think this is Dokutaro? Do you think it is an item? Do you think it's a grandma's joke? What are your thoughts on how you evolve Archaludon? Again, apparently it's not very hard. And also, how do you think you evolve Dipplin into the evolution? Again, I personally think you take it to the Indigo Disk and you teach it a move there, and that is allowing it to evolve, which kind of makes sense about everything if that's the way they do it. Why do you think that she is sus? Do you think that she's hiding something? And as well as that, what do you think this could potentially mean as well? Let me know your thoughts on all that, and also the whole zombie situation as well with the Terra Ghost thing. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to cover for today though. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like I say, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.